Alright, welcome back to My Unique Skill Makes Me OP Even at Level 1. Anime Review, Episode number 4. We're here reviewing episodes 7 and 8 for series. Well, I'll pick up because I watched these episodes last night because I want to continue watching this one. So, in these two episodes, we begin with left off last episode where the girl burning trash, we find her name is actually just Cecile, I think her name is. Yes, Cecile. Where she's been burning trash for a long time, and, well, basically after sleep for a while, basically her base goes back to normal, and despite the fact we still burn trash, like, yeah, they burn, like, lots of trash. At one point, she's even doing the big fire one that you know does the big one, with tiny amount of trash. Because she has no level 1 magic, level 1 fire magic. All she knows is level 3 fire magic. And the whole thing with episode 7 is basically trying to get her to calm down. We even show, like, basically where in the past, where apparently people chastise her because the thing is, she's basically not burning trash. That's all she can do. She can use her fire skill really well, except that, well, she uses it way too much, and because people burn so much trash. At one point, it was like two days straight where basically garbage could build up so much rather than burn. Because apparently in this world, trash turns to turn into stray monsters. So, yeah. So, of course, you have where Ryota helps out too, and at one point of 2 days he gets built up because apparently there's before this he goes to see the dungeon count where there is a rogue monster that he is, tasked to possibly eliminate. And apparently they're making it quite easy for him. They just find the monsters, so they explain the levels. I think I mentioned this last episode where every other level is basically a different type of thing. On the odd levels, it's vegetables that the monsters drop. On the even levels, it's meat. At one point, it's my chicken breast. So they're a monster. At one point, it seems like he's about to lose because he can't find the core. But apparently, this guy who apparently is there to sabotage their efforts, he knows the core is. But Ryota just shoots up in the air when the creature up in the air and destroys it. Gets his bean sprouts. Well, actually, it's more like this special vegetable type of thing. And then only after this, that's when the whole big pile started burning up because the Dungeon Masters popped up. So he figures out, he goes to the dungeon, and of course, Neptune there. Why did you go after it? Because the dungeon is currently being disputed, and if something like this pops up, we have to send a joint task force in order to basically eliminate it. Neptune's on task force, he can help. So Ryota, as long as you have basically A+ skills, so Ryota, Emily and Cecile all go in. Cecile does have a couple A+ skills, which allows her to go through no problem. And they, of course, can't find a monster, so they take on the Dungeon Master, which apparently is a bicorn. It's a giant unicorn with 2 horns. That's what basically bicorn means. It means 2. And it takes 2 attempts. One point it has a barrier. They even have where Ryota uses Emily's hammer. Eventually, the creature is finally destroyed, and its droppings are given to Cecile to allow her to use level 1 fire magic, which couldn't hurt for that. And with thing eliminated, everyone's shocked. Now he's not punished for this per se because he wasn't the task force. So technically, the thing is, despite the fact this is disputed, technically he didn't break the rules because if he was on a task force, just joined task force with adventurers, because he wanted the other half, they would have basically been chastised. But since he technically wasn't, they can't do anything to him at all. At one point, he goes to the dungeon with, of course, his cart, and the one who's the saboteur tries to adventures. Of course, he beats him up without his magic because he's like, I was able to use this stuff even during a magic storm, and heals them, and like, of course, basically, I do this is fine. Yeah, he basically does not matter. Of course, you kind of probably expect this, and this all same person who, the all same person who also when they went to find Dungeon Master. I think his name is Eugene. That's why he's identified as a boy. He kind of looks like a girl. He's tasked to keep him out of the trash, which no problem with that at all. And after all this whole business with his dungeon is done, Justine was asked. Well, they kind of basically asked the question if her living coming to come with them to live with them, and she says yes. Yep, and that ends pretty much 2 episodes. We have 4 more to go. Yep, 4 more, and then that's it. And then I'll move on to my next anime, which I'll review that later on what it is. I'll probably finish it really quickly this one, because there's only like 4 to go. Yep. Excuse me. So that's pretty much it for the video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe to notifications. Next up, One Piece. You think, wait, I thought it was new anime today. The Elections in Japan. Yeah. The anime we got because of Elections in Japan. But there's a new chapter that came out. I can talk about that. Okay? Next video. Bye.